beyond thrilled to have my next guest back on the show. It is the one and only Ari Abdul.
I'm back.
She's back.
I am back.
You know, usually I say she's talented, she's got this and that, and I don't need to because you know these things, and you know that's how I feel about you.
I mean, that's too nice. That means a lot to me. But no, it's crazy. I mean, we were talking before the cameras were rolling about how it's so strange because it's been probably exactly a year.
It's crazy.
Since the last time we were sitting together, and in such like two different sized venues, which is really odd for me. And I feel like the only difference is on that tour, on God's Watching, it was really early. I think it was like the third show of that tour. And after this, we have 3 shows left. So it's like beginning of that tour versus the end of this tour. And it's insane to see the sizes of like everything. And nothing feels real. That's my point in yapping so much, just saying nothing feels real anymore.
I'm beyond grateful that you said yes, that we could catch up and talk about these things. First up though, another hat.
Another hat. Yes, we have to discuss it. So I sat down in the chair, again, before the cameras were rolling, and we were talking, and I was like, there has to be something in the air, because the last time I was with you, I put a hat on because I was like, oh, what is my hair doing? And usually my hair is fine. Usually
Your hair was beautiful before the cameras are rolling.
No, I'm very specific with the hair. And I walked in here, I was like, nope, wait, I got to grab this beanie. I actually got this beanie in Montreal. I think it's really freaking sick, but
wait a minute, what do you consider a good hair day? Because it was flowing, the wolf cut was wolfing.
It was wolfing. No, the bangs weren't acting right. It has to be a very specific way, and I hate when there's gaps in between. I hate when there's like little forehead gaps. Too many forehead gaps.
It looked fine to me.
I never know which one. We were talking about this.
Fine to me. I noticed that you have a new tattoo though.
I do.
Did not see that last time.
Oh, and you saw it.
Yeah, I did see it.
I do have a new tattoo. Yes.
Are we going to do a reveal, or is this?
We will. No, we are. We absolutely are. So much has happened in the last year. I was tattooless for so long, but I feel like people always assume I have tattoos for some reason. I feel like usually people always have tattoos, but last year, no tattoos. I was touring the U.S. with Isabel, of course. Great tour, by the way. In case you're coming from that other video, it was an amazing tour. It ended up being amazing. I ended up touring Europe that summer. Well, I guess this summer. And I was in Cologne, Germany. And impulsively, I was like, what if I just got a tattoo? And I was scrolling on Instagram, and I would just keep getting tattoo posts. And there was this one specific, I guess, artist, and her designs were really cool. And I was like, this is so sick. I liked the video, didn't say anything, I just liked it. And then she DM'd me. And she was like, no way, I listened to your music while I tattoo. And I was like, well, I'm in Germany and I see you're in Germany. So she ended up coming out to the show. And then right after the show, I got this tattoo, which I will happily show. It is a, don't mind my eczema. I'm proud of my eczema, actually. Because what's life without eczema? It's a star with an eye. I feel like my common comment is, whose eye is that? It's actually no one's eye. It's like she just designed it on the spot, and I got it on the spot in the middle of Cologne, Germany.
It almost looks like your eye.
Does it?
Yes.
It's really cool though. I love it. I think it's a great first tattoo, and I do want to get more, but I just don't know. My mom wasn't stoked. We talked last time about my mom. I'm a huge mama's girl. I got it and then called her afterwards, and she was like, she had no words, but I guess she got used to it.
Wait a minute. So these things are a life commitment for the most part, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
You settled on this. What made you say this is it? You could have gotten you could have gotten a wolf. You could have gotten initials.
No, it's interesting. It's obviously an eye and a star, and I've always liked stars. I just think it's it's the common, I guess, symbols. There's the star, there's a heart, there's, I don't know, just random shapes, like a square or whatever. I would just always like stars, and I think it's cool because I'm an artist, so I think that's one thing. But eyes are a huge part of my life, symbolically, because I have never had good vision, and never in my life have I had good vision. Matter of fact, I'm always yapping, you know this.
Yes.
My mom told me this story that when I was born, the nurses, she was in the hospital, the nurses took little baby Ari and they were cleaning me up and they brought me back to her and they just go, she's gonna have bad vision when she grows up. I don't know how they knew that
Wow.
or why, but yeah, I ended up like having glasses my entire life. Right now I'm wearing contacts. If anyone watching right now or if you know anything about vision, I'm negative 6.5 in this eye and negative 5.5. I wear contacts or thick glasses every single day because my vision is so bad. But yeah, so it's like it kind of feels like eyes have always like been I'm always at eye doctors. I'm always like having eye problems. I always feel a little blind. So I just think eyes are cool in general.
Would you ever get LASIK?
I've thought about it, but I feel like there's too many risks. I'm actually like I take pride in not being able to have perfect vision. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. It's like I feel like some people might hate it. Sometimes I do hate it, but I think I don't know.
Well, it's just
yeah,
inhibiting is what it is.
yeah,
I don't think it's
absolutely.
necessarily an aesthetic thing. I think some people will be like, I want to be, able to see, and whatever your lifestyle is, perhaps you're active, you're skiing, you're running around and so forth, that you may not want to always wear the goggles or the glasses or
Yeah.
something like that, or contacts.
I mean, sometimes it's better not to see because what if there's a ghost or something scary and it's the middle of the night and you're feeling a little scared? Take your contacts off or your glasses off. I can't see anything anymore. Then you have an excuse. I can't see it. I can't see my heart.
You
The heart
think
in my
you
way.
think ghosts will be less visible by not wearing glasses or something?
Oh, do I have a story for you?
Okay, I'm here for it.
I actually
I
have
like ghost stories.
I have a crazy story for you, and it has to do with this tour.
Even better.
So this is why I'm grateful that I can't see. So one, honestly, I do believe in ghosts. I'm gonna say that first. I've always believed in ghosts. I've always loved the paranormal. Always loved scary things my entire life growing up. My grandma used to make me watch A Haunting, which was like this old crazy program about ghosts. But anyways, one thing apparently we're just gonna say because we don't know if ghosts
Right.
are actually real. I believe in them. You might not. But one thing about them is they say you can either see them or you don't. The same way you either believe it or you don't believe it, right? So I do believe in ghosts, but I've never seen anything. Like I just don't think I have that gift. However, our guitarist, Constance, who is on this tour with us, she plays with me every single night. She can see things. So we have been we take the Airbnb route. After shows, we usually stay at Airbnbs. We don't really do hotels. We're just like a little family. It's easy. We get to cook together. We wake up and we're like, all right, guys, everyone out the house. It's super like family vibes. So early on this tour, we were in Detroit and we stood in a really old, like really, really old, kind of like odd feeling Airbnb. And we walked in, we're like, oh, this is kind of like a old person's super unrenovated house. We go there, it's just really off-putting. I don't think anything of it. I'm making jokes already walking. I'm like, this place is definitely haunted or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. We go to bed, we wake up the next morning. Our guitarist goes, last night I tried to go to sleep and I saw a shadow person standing at the foot of my bed. So I turned on all the lights and I went to bed. And I was like, oh, that's freaky. But she sees things. Maybe there's just something there, whatever. That happened like, I think Detroit was our third or fourth show, right? Ever since she saw it, everyone started getting nightmares in the van. She started getting sleep paralysis and she never got sleep paralysis before. And she started getting sleep paralysis, just super weird things happening just in I guess like our psyche. Cause it was like really strange dreams. I was having like crazy dreams in the van. Like I'd fall asleep and I'd be like violent nightmares. I'm just going to leave that. Just having violent nightmares. I'm like, oh my, like, I'm like, whoa, what is going on? Anyways, so we're staying at more places, we're touring, and our guitarist again sees it. She's seeing the shadow person. So then we're like, oh God.
The same one.
We think what we believe is like whatever it was latched itself onto her. This sounds crazy right now, but I'm gonna keep going. So we were saying this is like fast forward, now we're in Nashville, and she was on the phone, she was on FaceTime with one of her friends, and she fell asleep. But the FaceTime was still on. She had the phone propped up, and it's like she's on the phone with her friend and she's like tucked in, she's sleeping on the camera. And her friend heard static and took a screenshot because he saw something. She has this picture on her phone right now. It's her sleeping in a bed, and there's a shadow person caught on the screenshot. And it's like it's not like a big blob of a shadow. It's like humanoid. It's like it has a head and shoulders, and it's just pitch black, and it's standing right behind her, next to her bed, watching her sleep. And I feel like you hear things a lot, and it doesn't really like it doesn't affect you because it's like you don't see it, or it's like online. You're like, oh, it's probably not real. But when I saw this picture, I would sleep in the rooms right next to her. My entire body got chills, and I was like, there's no way. So given that, the next day we saged the van, we saged her,
Yeah.
and everything's been good so far.
Wow.
But yeah, and this all leads back. I went in this whole long story, but that goes back to why I'm grateful sometimes I can't see things, because sometimes I think it's better not to see.
But see, paranormal spirits, activity,
Yeah.
whatever, that's a different type of thing to see.
Yeah.
I think regardless of how bad your vision is, you're still going to see it.
I choose not to. Like, I can't see anything. I didn't see. My mind is making things
So
up.
this is why you're not getting LASIK.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't want to see.
I don't know how to respond to this. This is really interesting, and I'm hoping that this shadow person is not here with
Oh,
us.
me too. Me too.
But if you think about it, if we were to try to be objective and scientific about this,
Yeah.
let's just say it is some type of spirit, because we know that aliens exist.
Oh, yeah,
We cannot be
absolutely.
the only beings on this earth. But
Yes.
let's just say, what would the intention of these shadow people be? It didn't seem to do any harm.
I feel like
It
it's
just seemed to be unknown, and therefore it scared people.
my theory here is I feel like things like that, say they are real, say it isn't just our eyes playing jokes on us, I feel like they just feed off energy. I feel like negative things, entities, spirits, I feel like everything just takes energy. And so maybe I don't know, maybe it was just her energy that it had wanted. I
Yeah.
didn't see anything.
Wow. I mean, I think, are emitting good energy. So
Oh, always.
maybe the shadow people that follow us, you and I,
Hmm.
will be good spirits.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, all our homies are here, you know.
Right.
I sound crazy. I'm like obviously, yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
around
I
this
mean, we
right
got one
now.
manning this camera and that camera and so forth, right? And
Yeah.
yeah. The things you learn on tour. Is this what
The
you
things
what,
you
what
learn
you
on
thought
tour.
it would be, that you would run into spirits and these type of
Never in a million years. No, the thing is I've, again, my entire life, the 23 years I have been on this earth, have never, I've always believed I've always believed in ghosts. I'm kind of insane. I believe in aliens, Bigfoot, everything you can imagine. I'm like, yep. But I've just never seen anything. And you can hear a million stories, but I don't think anything's ever hit this hard because I've never seen the picture's crazy. And
I
later,
gotta
if we
see it.
find her, I'll have her show it.
I gotta see this.
It's insane.
I gotta see this. I'm surprised that you haven't encountered this from the stories that your grandmother told or anything like that. What do you think happens when we die?
Oh, I love this question so much. This is, I feel like
Because
this is
we
a really,
are we going to become these spirits that latch on to people?
this is a really deep question, actually, because I think about this constantly. It's one of my favorite conversations to have because I'm a deep convo type of girl. It's like that's my favorite thing to do with anyone. Um, my take on spirits, first of all, I don't think that shadow person she saw was like a spirit. I think it was, I'm not gonna say a demon because I don't think it was a demon, but I do think it was like negative energy. Cause I feel like everyone's energy, which is true. Scientifically, we're all made of this energy. And scientifically, energy cannot be killed. It can't be destroyed. Like energy is forever ongoing. So what I think is I think when we die, when we pass, our energy goes on. And I'm not sure if it's distributed, if it's like different things, if we're reincarnated into something else. But I think ghosts are it's just energy left behind from, people that just have a lot of things going on in their life that wasn't solved. And they put so much time and energy into that it just remains on the earth.
So it is kind of that theory of those people being in limbo. Energy,
Yeah.
spirits being in limbo. I shouldn't say people.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
Yeah.
I fully believe it.
Because if you really go down this route, we are all made up of stardust
Yeah,
and
fully.
energy, right? The whole concept of molecules and protons and atoms rather that attract each other and so forth that comprise our skin and blood and all that is really stardust.
Yeah.
So there is some truth or some correlation to cosmic energy.
Yeah, no, fully. We're literally the universe.
We are.
Like we're all just made of the same stuff, and we've been
We
here
really
from the
are.
start of time.
Yeah, we really are. And like
Which
you
is
said, I don't
crazy.
know about the whole reincarnation thing. I think there is some validity.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to believe there's some validity into
Yeah.
reincarnation and coming back in a way, if you want to call it that,
Mm-hmm.
being reborn or whatever. The spirit lives on in some other form.
Yeah, I think it's super bittersweet because I mean, we'll just never know. We'll never know because I mean, in your final moments, I doubt you keep that memory.
Well,
And
obviously,
you either
you
come
could
back,
have,
you don't
yeah,
come back.
you could have been a cowboy in the wild, wild west in a previous life,
Yeah, no, fully.
right?
And you could have been the king.
I could have been the king. And then before that, we were Neanderthals
Yeah,
roaming the
we're
earth
just breaking rocks.
Yes.
We're just making tools
Yeah.
and carving things.
throwing sticks around and trying to eat. And
Yeah. I mean, life is just crazy. Everything it's not that I don't overthink. I sometimes sit and I have a lot of shower thoughts. And I'm just like, why, like nothing actually, the more you think about everything, the less everything makes sense.
oh, true.
Like the odds of us being here, how everything works, how people just like make things, us all existing at the same time in this same, like, we're all in the same universe right now, which just blows my mind every time because it's like the odds of that are like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
The odds of that is like, it's basically nothing.
Yeah.
So it just blows my mind.
It's very existential. Like, I don't know. How urgent do you live life knowing these things?
It's crazy. I feel like it's so bittersweet though. I always get FOMO. I get FOMO in like literally anything. Like, but especially, and that's because like, dang, I wanna live until like 2100 whatever. But I mean, you never know. Maybe technology advances, but I'm like, dang, it's probably so cool. It's gonna be so cool.
Would you want to live that long?
No. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
With
It's
AI and everything, they can keep you
kinda
alive
scary.
for hundreds of years.
It's kind of scary though. I don't know. What I will say, however, on kind of a funnier note, is you know how people are like, oh, I was born in the wrong generation. I belong in the 80s and 90s. I'm so content being Gen Z. I was born in the right era. This is the right era. I love scrolling on TikTok. I love brain rot. This is the new evolution. I have like this dent in my pinky from holding my phone. That's great. I have like phone pinky. I don't know if
crazy.
do you have it?
No.
Because I hold my phone here on my pinky so much. I saw someone post about that, and it's like
Wow, you really
chronically
do
on
have
mine.
like this little
It's like
protrusion.
it's like
out there.
a little dent. I don't know if the cameras are going to catch that. But this is the right generation for me, and I'm grateful to be here now. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and we're here to do certain things. So
Well,
I'm
you're definitely here for certain things, for sure.
yeah.
If we try to tie in your career and music and all these
Yeah.
things, you are definitely growing as your fan base. You're growing as an artist, and it's insane the number of people that join your lives that are just so passionate about your music. Which is congrats.
Thank you.
How have you been soaking this all in the last year since we last talked?
I mean, again, it's so insane. And of course, the last time we talked about how everything was kind of by accident.
Yeah.
Like I like never was like, okay, here's the game plan. A, B, C. It's gonna happen. This is how long it's gonna take. It's like it wasn't even a thought in my head. And I mean, we had that whole conversation already. But it's really cool to see like how far and how fast everything, and at the same, a whole nother thing that we won't go on a tangent about is just time in general, because it's crazy to me that's been a year, which I guess for some people is like, whoa, a year, that's forever. But as the older I got, I'm like, a year, that's like no time at all. And the way it's just like, I think the last venue we played was the last time we were together, we were in San Francisco. We're in Oakland now, but I mean, super close by. It was like 250, 300 maybe.
Hmm.
It was a really like punk rock,
Yeah.
super cool venue. And this one is compared to that, this is like how many times I'm not even sure the capacity of this venue, but it's huge.
Yeah. It's
It's
like
like
5,000,
it's like
6,000.
5,000, which is beyond me. So it always blows my mind. Like also that was my first time headlining well, it was a co-headline with Isabel, but that was my first time touring throughout the United States. And this is now my second time doing that, and it's crazy how fast it's happened and how cool it is. Because I mean, I'm on the road with Nessa, and I mean, she's so cool, and I'm genuinely a fan. I like when I first talked to Nessa on this tour, I was like, I'm a fan of you. I was like, I'm a fan. Like I'm starstruck right now. But yeah, I mean, it's so insane how it just I just let it happen naturally. No expectations. I do what makes me happy. I'm continuing to make music and learning a lot about music, but I feel like just letting things happen organically and staying really grateful for everything. And I feel like I don't know. I feel like every time I say that, I don't know if I'm coming off like I'm super
Genuine.
grateful. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't sound genuine, but like truly like one, that's the way I was raised, and it's like you never know when stuff is gonna go. So I'm just like truly like as a fangirl myself, I'm like
Yeah.
anyone who's ever listened or like, just meeting new people on this tour, I'm like I'm super stoked and grateful for everything.
Well, it's interesting because I think the last we spoke, you were about to head off to China
Yeah.
for the first time. And I saw videos of the
Hmm.
reception there, and it was insane.
Insane. For starters, I remember everyone telling me kind of the same thing, being like, China's really cool. They're super respectful. Don't expect the crowd to go crazy. Don't expect them to mosh, but they're gonna be super respectful, but they will show up and it's gonna be great. And at the time, Baby Doll was just like going crazy over there. Like I would be in these like email threads, and it's like number one on Shazam charts in China. I'm like, how? I'm like, what? And I like you can't really like conceptualize anything until you like really like I don't know experience it. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be fun. And again, I'm really like, just let it happen, go with the flow type of person. So we flew to China, and I never been to crazier shows in my entire existence. Like they were wrong. They were not reserved. Everyone was screaming everywhere at the top of their lungs. They were jumping, but it made me emotional. I was like, this is insane. How I'm like, I don't know, just some girl from the middle of Brooklyn, and now I'm in China playing like these festivals, these shows, and it's quite literally on the other side of the world. So I mean, it was really cool for me and super unreal. Like honestly, even out here, like outside of New York, and I mean, I recently moved to California, but like even outside California, I'm just like mind blown that when I see anyone singing any of the songs, or they're like, "Hey Ari, like I've like listened to you since this," or I watch your live streams. It like it always blows my mind like seeing the actual turnout and seeing it means something to anyone, so it means a lot to me.
How do you think of yourself now as an artist as opposed to a
Mm.
year ago?
Oh my goodness, I mean, what I will say 100%, and I feel like this is good information, is that a year ago, at that time I just released, or I guess like a few months prior, not that long, I released like my second EP. But last we met, I was just touring. I wasn't really releasing a lot of music, but I was also kind of lost in the way where this is where it comes the cons of just like letting things happen. It's like not really having a game plan, just releasing music. I was kind of lost. I was like, I love everything I'm doing, but I'm not sure like how to evolve that and how to just like keep making fresh and exciting things, not only for me, but for like, everyone else. That's really cool. But what I will say is a huge difference is I feel like now I'm like, okay, I actually have a really clear vision of like kind of not far future plans, but I will say like future plans. So, I mean, that's the difference with this tour. We're on tour now. I'm performing. It's a 30-minute set, which is shorter for me, but I get to play all the good ones. But I just released a song, and I have so much music I spent that in the entire 2024 making. Just like, who am I? What do I want to make? What is like an evolution? What is the storytelling? And just like being a human, because I mean, I'm also grown up at the same time. I'm just 23, and I'm still like learning what that means. I have to do taxes. I also don't know what that means. It makes me cry. I have to like call up my mom. But yeah, I mean, the new music is the most vulnerable I feel like I've ever felt. Not even just like in music, but in general. And so I don't know. I just everything's super exciting, and I feel like I, as an artist, going back to the main question, I just feel more like it's me, and I have a more clear vision of
So
what
a
everything
little
looks
more
like.
purposeful
Yeah,
as opposed to, wow, this just happened and I'm just going to go with the flow.
absolutely. Yeah.
You've acclimated a little bit and now you can recenter and figure out, okay, I got to keep this going kind of thing.
Yeah.
What have you learned from Nessa on tour?
Oh my, first of all, she's so cool. She's so down to earth, which I think is it's really refreshing. The biggest thing, first of all, is I've never opened any tour, and for so long I was like, I don't know if I want to open for anyone because I was doing like I was going the route where it was headline, but start in a small room and then the next tour it's a bigger room, you just grow that fan base. But with Nessa, I mean, I've always been a fan of her music, like I said earlier. And when I was told about, that they wanted me on the tour, I was like, there's no way Nessa knows who I am. And she does. She blows my mind. And if Nessa ever happens to watch this, fangirling already. But I mean, it's something I learned from her is one, it's really refreshing to see someone so successful be so like cool and down to earth and genuinely the sweetest human ever. That's so sick. And also she's like, she's been through a lot. And I feel like just, being open in general, the way she is and making music that connects to so many people and being able to perform it to these large audiences is something that I'm like, oh, that's something I want to do as well. So I look up to her.
It's amazing to see because,
Yeah.
we spoke with her earlier. I spoke with her earlier and just so down to earth and
Yeah,
humble
she's
and,
so cool.
a great conversationalist as well. I think there are a lot of things that people still don't know about her. They just know the surface level stuff and it's not fair sometimes, right?
Absolutely.
And so to have you as part of that, I think that's just amazing. It's a perfect match.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm super grateful to be in this tour. I feel like it makes so much sense.
Yeah. What about the new music? Dreams, you had a collab with Jutes and Red Velvet. So you talked about just hunkering down and living
Yeah.
life and being inspired. Where are these songs coming from, like Dreams, for example, that was
Yeah.
just released?
Absolutely. So funny enough, going back a little bit to what I said before, all of 2024, in 2024, I think I dropped only like 3 solo songs, and then it was all like just collaborations with and also first of all those collaboration tracks, they were like it was very organic. It was like reaching out to each other. I love your music, like let's work, and it was like we all got along really well, so we made music. But Dreams was one of the songs where it's more playful, which is what I will say now is it's gonna be funny looking back. You can't tell now, but there is a lot of music coming out this year. I spent the entire year making music. And it's really different because Dreams is more playful and I wanted a little appetizer. I wanted something a little sweet before I give all the like kind of not necessarily ugly, but the real like beautifully ugly music, vulnerable, just like I for the first time it's like I feel like I have music where it's like this is how I feel. Sometimes I don't feel the way I come off. I'm like, hey guys. So there's a lot of music that's like that, but I wanted Dreams to come out to be like this kind of playful dance because I also like having fun song that's like that way.
It's almost akin to the live shows. Your
Yeah.
live shows are very interactive and you're joking around and all this stuff. But then sonically speaking, it's dark
Oh,
and it's like,
absolutely.
dreamy and breathy at the same time.
Yeah, no, yeah, completely. I love a good contrast. See, I'm smiling right now. I'm crying on no, I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's my biggest thing for this year is just like vulnerability. Which sounds, see, I'm using big girl words now. I'm older. It's a year later. I'm
So you
older
are
now.
learning things from
Yes,
Nessa Barrett.
I am learning so many things. But yeah, just like I think it's my biggest thing, and I've been saying this, it's not something new I learned, something I've always loved is just being human. I think it's the coolest thing ever, just like, us having this conversation or I don't know, doing music and having it be like, oh, I feel this emotion. I'm gonna make this into art rather than, I don't know, just not being human.
Do you think sonically there's going to be a little stretch as well in pushing boundaries and switching things up a bit?
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. I wish I could leak everything right now. I really wish I could. Um, yes. I do. There's one song, and my hopes is that a year from now we will sit down, everything that I plan is out properly, and we will discuss it, and I feel like you would know exactly what it is, because there is, what I will say is, there's one song I made. I'm not sure when it's gonna come out. It's just because I have so many songs. But there's this one specific song that is vocally my favorite. It's like in my mind, what's the word? It's my magnum opus. Is that the word?
Magnum opus, yes.
Yes, it's like in my head, it's a masterpiece. It's like the singing is like, it's insane. Just like the vocal technique, product, like everything is so. It's like you could tell it's me, like it's definitely me, but it's just stylistically insane.
I cannot wait for that. Actually,
Yes.
you're going to play it for me after the cameras go off.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I actually would love to. I think it's such a sick song.
Amazing. So good to see you again.
It was so nice seeing you. It's kind of bittersweet, but you're
It
staying
is.
for the show, right?
Absolutely.
And I hope it's great. I always get nervous because like I will admit, like sometimes it's like some shows, like I'm like, "Ah, I wish I could perform better," or like, dang, I messed that up, and sometimes I'm hard on myself, but I hope this show's good.
It will be good. And either way, I'll be there to support you. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. I'm there for you, beanie or not.
Beanie or not. And I appreciate that.
It is Ari Abdul right here on B-Sides.
Until next time, B-Sides.